Let us do this. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Says Things. Today is the day. Today is Friday. Famous Cartoonist Friday. FFC, FCF, FCF. Famous Cartoonist Friday. It's like Throwback Thursday. TBT. FCF. Swig for you guys. The vampire's alive and well. He's never going away. He is staying. He's establishing his spot. He's marking his territory. He is here for good. But I finally finished, completed Gear Man #1 yesterday. I added an extra page. I added more lines of dialogue, more text blocks, if you will, more word bubbles, and the book even reads better than it did. I added a half page to 2 pages, so it looks pretty cool. I'm satisfied with the way it came out, and it's a good first issue. I'm going to upload it probably tonight or over the weekend for submission. But I finished it last night, and it was late, 4:35 in the morning. I knew I should have went to bed at 1 o'clock when I felt it, but I stood up late. And then when I went to bed, I forgot how to fall asleep. I need to read. There's got to be an instruction manual somewhere. How to fall asleep. How to do it. Or I got to buy a big chair and put it in front of the TV. If I buy a big chair and put it in front of the TV with my remote control, I bet it'll happen that way. I bet I could do that. I just need a comfortable chair. Swig for comfort. Oh, that was a multiple swig. It's just starting. The coffee is grandiose today. Let's see what you guys are saying. Andrew Clark is here. Mando 3 was amazing. Did you watch? I did not. I did not see it. There will be no spoilers. I'm not going online at all. I'm going to avoid spoilers at all costs. There's no way I'm going online today until I watch this thing. And I may not go online until tomorrow if I don't watch this thing till this afternoon. We will see. Because yesterday I cleaned up a bunch of deadlines. I finished Aquaman. I finished inking it. I have to color it. And I started What's It. I finished Giro Man. I'm still 2 pages away from Big Alien. I'm going to do that today. And I'm in a good spot. And this is the breakthrough yesterday that happened. I know you guys are cheering for me, and it means so much to you. I finally figured out the story for Gilbert #4. I know who the shark is. I know why Dr. Wayne's in the story. I know why they have to go to the island of orange turtles. I know why. And I know who the purple turtle is. I know it. I figured it out. And all I had to do was talk to my wife while we were eating pizza, because I ordered pizza yesterday, like I said. And I just said, I'm not sure what to do with this guy. maybe this can happen. And she might have gave me a few insights, but mostly she was like, and she was lost because I told. Well, I think she just wonders why I think the way I do, because I told her that Sherbert, the orange turtle, his colors are orange, all the way orange, because he's orange with orange spots, which makes him rare. Sweet. Oh, yeah. So, there's only one thing I'm debating about. There's two characters I don't want to reveal, but I think they're going to be the relationship. That's all I'm thinking about. But the rest of it, I got it, and it's fun. And I started writing a lot of it. I made it up to like page 14 or something, sketches. So I will be sending them soon to my publisher. And that was the long answer to, did you watch Mandalorian? Eric C. Martin's here. Hey, John Lennon, nice specs. Thanks. I love the spectacles. I have others that are reflective, so I don't want too much reflection. I have blue ones that are cool, but when I wear them, you can see everything in front of me, and I think it's distracting. Plus, I can't look at my screen because it breaks down the screen weird. I don't know what it does, but these glasses I could see just fine. They're comfortable. Eric C. Martin's laughing. He's saying, ha. Anthony Latch. Welcome to the show. Oh, yeah, Fridays. If you could draw any video game franchise in your style, what would you choose? I would choose Pac-Man. I like Pac-Man. Most people say Mario or Sonic, but I would go with Pac-Man. And I would reinvent him the way I want him to draw. He would look more like he does on the side of the video game, where it's the big Pac-Man mouth with the arms and legs and the eyes with the triangles in them. I like him like that. Sweet. Pac-Man was my era, was my game. Pac-Man. Mario came after, but I do like Donkey Kong too. Donkey Kong Jr., that would be fun. Where Mario he was the bad guy in Donkey Kong Jr. Mario was the hero in the first one because he had to go up the ladders. He had to do that and rescue Princess Peach. And then the monkey was up there. I like that. That was good too. But I was better at Donkey Kong Jr. when he had to push those keys up the vines and save his dad. That was good. So I would do Pac-Man, Donkey Kong Jr. Probably Pac-Man though. That is Pac-Man is good. That's right, Trey. Good morning. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Sweet for Jurassic Park. So I need the white goatee. I want the white goatee really bad. But I don't want to rush it because if I'm sore and painful now, I can't imagine what I'll feel like when eventually my hair gets white. I will be sore every day, every moment, even though I am now. Trees is here. Hey, Sugar. This is my cousin Trees. What up, Sugar? Girl, what you doing? How's Jimmy? You'll be sick tomorrow. I know. Trees is yelling at me. Ever since prom, it's been a party. You'll be sick tomorrow. Go to bed. Sweet. My daughter is also experiencing the vampire. The vampire got her too. But it didn't come without warning. I warned her of the vampire. She said, like we all do, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll get up in time. I'll be fine. Vampires needs to be defeated. Or you embrace him. That's all you do. Eric C. Martin's How to Fall Asleep? NyQuil. Right. I have ZQuil and NyQuil. But the only thing about that is I can't wake up. And then the next day, I'm all like zombified. The next day, because I'm filled with the quill. The quill is in my bloodstream. Swig for falling asleep on time. Oh yeah. Sugar says, love the Prince glasses. Oh yeah. I got other ones too. I got blue ones, and I got other ones like this that are like a gold trim or like yellowish, and they're yellow reflective. I'll wear those next week for you. I must prepare my outfits. Eddie says, oh yeah, stay safe. Hearing about Chicago stay-at-home advisory. Yeah, man. It's nuts. People don't know what to do with this current trying times. So I'm just gonna stay home. I'm just gonna stay home and do my own thing. Sweet. Oh, here's some advice. Trisha's here. Trisha Wisniewski says, you should try CBD oil for sleeping. What do I do? Put it on my eyes? Do I drink it? Put it in my car? I got to look that up. I got to look up what CBD stands for. But that's a good, helpful advice. Tree says, always styling, always profiling. Always styling and profiling. That's right. You have to represent wherever you are, whenever you are, wherever you are. Represent. When you walk in a room, people have to say, hey, that's that famous cartoonist. That's the guy with the Jurassic Park outfit. That's the guy with the John Lennon and Prince glasses. That's the guy wearing a purple bandana. That's the guy who drinks coffee in the morning. That's the guy who says, okay, bye-bye. That's him. Swig. See, I'm getting it wrong. Trisha's laughing at me. She said, no, it's a pill. It's a pill. Don't drink it. It's a cookbook. I don't know. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll look for it. I know that Ambien helps you, but I don't know how. I don't know what to do. I go to bed so exhausted, and then I lay there. The moment I lay there, I'm awake for 3 hours. I go to bed at 1, and I don't fall asleep till 5. Or I go to bed at 4:30. I'm up till 6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't know what that is. I think I'm missing the spot where people unwind. Because people work all day, they come home and have dinner, then they unwind in front of the TV. They watch Mandalorian. That's what I should have did. But then when I activate my brain, that's what happens. I sit down, I lay down in bed, and I was thinking about Giro Man, about Giro Man issue 2, because this Giro Man number 1 is a good number 1, but it leaves you where you want more. It's like a secret origin. It's like a introduction, but you want more after the first few pages. But I think the book is 25 pages. 25 pages for 99 cents, which is not bad. And it's got old stuff, it's got new stuff, it's got all kinds of good stuff. And I think that's when I go to bed, I'm thinking, man, what can I do next? I can't shut off my thoughts. And there got to be a way to do that, to numb your mind. But I don't want to take drugs because I'll probably like them, and I don't want to have to depend on them. Because remember, whatever takes away the headache is probably your addiction. What? I don't know. It's like, right now I can't function until I have coffee. If you're addicted to coffee, Balthazar, swig for addiction. I have a headache until I drink this. I have a headache until I take this. You know, I don't want to do it, but I do take ZQL now and then. But it's hard to wake up, man. I'm crawling out of bed like a lizard, all slimy and just rolling over with like a lizard, like a snake. No legs, just falling out of bed. We'll edit all this out. This isn't making any sense. True said, that's the guy who says, oh, yeah. Treese is my cousin, and she's a nurse. So she's speaking truth here. CBD is better than prescription meds. They have too many side effects. Oh, I don't like side effects. Because that means I'll have to go poo and stuff like that. Or it leads to intimacy issues when you can't perform. I don't want that either. Because those body parts are sensitive. You know what I mean? Sweet. All right. Danny says, hello, Artie. My amazing wife is watching you today, too. Woohoo! The Wisniewskis are here. Their family is here. I told them about CBD. Christine Baltazar, Delaware. I don't know, CBD. I don't know what that means. CBDs. It sounds like what I used to watch as a kid. Put on the DVDs. Sweet. Melatonin helps me get and stay asleep. Melatonin. Isn't that for your skin? Isn't that what Michael Jackson had? He's got melatonin. These are good advices. Because right now, I could work until I'm exhausted. But then, that's it. The moment I stop, boom. The thoughts come in. The thoughts of more comics. They're not bad thoughts, but they keep me awake. Then I start thinking about stuff I did in 5th grade, 8th grade. I'm like, why am I thinking about this? You know, it's kind of nuts. It is nuts. Eric Holtgren's here. Good to see you, Eric. Put a movie on which you've seen a lot, then maybe you'll fall asleep. That doesn't work. I don't know what happened. I don't know what it is. Maybe I got to put a boring movie on. I got to watch like that movie House of a Thousand Corpses, because that was the worst thing ever. And it made me want to close my eyes. So maybe that's it. House of a Thousand Corpses is the worst movie ever made of all time. Swig for, what was that, Rob Zombie? Swig for Rob Zombie. He tried to entertain us and failed. But it's okay. Tree says, maybe we can check your coffee rehab together. Let's make sure it's somewhere warm. Check into coffee rehab. Yeah. I like coffee. See, I don't drink it all day long like I used to. I drink it in the morning. And then after the show, I'll have one more cup after. One more of these giant cups. With some lunch. And then that's it. I'll write out the day. And then usually, like, after dinner, it's always like, if you eat too much, you're like, oh, Rick and Benny's. Oh, I want to fall asleep. You get a Rick and Benny's full, or you get a Harold's Chicken full, or you get a Family Diner full. You're just like, oh, all of that cream of chicken soup. Oh, pancakes. Oh, I got to fall asleep. But I don't do that as much. And then I persevere through. I don't know. This is all good stuff. This is a good morning show. Everybody wants to go back to bed. Wasteland Johnny's here. Oh, yeah, Johnny. What's happening, sir? Good to see you today. Tree says, you are cracking me up today. Treese is my cousin, favorite cousin. Hey, shit. Girl. Say, Steve Chino. That's melanin. That's melanin. That's the president's wife. Melatonin is something your body produces. Ew. Like bodily fluids, like excretions. So it's just a supplement. Ooh, so you're adding more secretions to your body? You don't want to overload the secretion. You'll be spilling out all over. You'll be leaving wet spots on the couch. I don't know if I want to do that. Right now, all my fluids are contained. That's what the president's wife, Melanin Trump, is that her? Oh, there's a woman who's forced into a situation, huh? I bet she can't wait for February. She's like, finally, this is over. I could go back to the beach. I could go back to chilling. All she wants to do is watch Mandalorian. You know that. Swig for Melanie Trump. You gotta admire her. You can't have any negative thoughts about that woman. Because it's kind of like, I'm real curious what's going to happen in 2021 for her. I bet she makes the news. I bet she gets a TV show. I bet she starts a magazine. I bet she becomes a motivational speaker. All these things are going to happen. And then she's going to marry that guy from Canada who she was winking at. She's going to be the first lady of Canada. You're going to see. Sweet. Steve Chino says hormones that regulate. So what is it? You hormones? You want me to take hormones? I don't think I need more hormones. I think I'm fully developed. I have children, so I don't need to make more kids. So I don't know. You guys are weird. Bodily fluids, hormones. Steve's laughing. Teresa said, oh my God. Teresa says I'm a hot mess. It's messy in this kitchen, Teresa. It's messy. It's sloppy. Sunny side eggs are sticking to the side of the pan. They're spilling out on your shoes. The eggs are crackling. The hot mess. Swig for trees. Oh yeah, swig for Steve Chino. Martin Sars here. Melatonin and zinc. Zinc is a color. Like they make zinc white paint. Because I know zinc white paint. If you paint a picture with zinc white paint, you can take metal like a wire, and draw on the zinc, and it'll show up like a pencil. It's kind of cool, but it has to be zinc white because the zinc and the metal respond. So zinc is a chemical. Do we have zinc excretions too? I don't know. A melatonin excretion, hormones. I know Teresa's a nurse. Many of you probably are also nurses, and I'm confused right now. Teresa says she's beautiful. Oh, Melanie Trump. She speaks many languages. Yeah, she's in a situation she can't wait to get out of. I know that, but she'll be fine. We have to pray for Melanie. We have Melanie. What's her name? Milana. Let's pray for Milano. She needs our help. She needs to be saved. She needs Jesus. That's what she needs. She needs some of this melatonin. She needs more hormones. I think she got in line twice for hormones. Hormones or hormones? For hormones. Swig for hormones. Let's be harmonious together. Eric Holgren is here. How about turkey coffee? Then you will fall asleep. Oh, with the turkey with tryptophan. Like, people blame the turkey. I fell asleep because of turkey. I think it was all those sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes and gravy that made you fall asleep. I don't know if it's the turkey. tryptophan. You could probably inject that, put that in the needle, right in the arm with some tryptophan, or just eat mashed potatoes. I should try that. Just eat some mashed potatoes. It will give you the quick burst of carbohydrates and then the slow crash. Sweet potatoes might do it. Treese says she's a beautiful woman. She is quite attractive. Treese is attracted to Melanie Trump. What happened to Superman is exposed to zinc? What happens when Superman is exposed to zinc-colored kryptonite? Ooh, I don't know. That's got to be something else. I know that the periwinkle kryptonite makes him fabulous. Makes him temporary fabulous. So if Superman's exposed to periwinkle kryptonite, he will be fabulous for 5 seconds. Really, really quickly. Maybe 10 seconds. So he will be exposed and then do a periwinkle, and then he'll spin around and then maybe kiss Lois, and kiss her Melania Trump style, and then he'll probably drink with his pinky. And I know periwinkle kryptonite. I created that in Superman Family Adventures, and it made it into the real Superman comic, because was either Doomsday or Darkseid or one of these space bad guys who was soliloquy against Superman, said, "I'm going to destroy you. If it's red kryptonite or green kryptonite or even periwinkle kryptonite, I will destroy you." So I thought that was cool. Periwinkle got a mention in one of the Justice League books or Superman. I thought that was pretty cool. And you know what did not exist before this guy came along? Periwinkle kryptonite. It makes you fabulous. I'm not sure what the zinc would do. Probably be able to draw and stuff real good. Turns him into an artist. Sweet. Probably helps him sleep, right? You guys want hormones and zinc and melatonin? Yeah. Let's see. Craig is here. Craig Desizius is here. Good to see you, Craig. He says, "Oh yeah, turkey and gravy." It's getting close, man. We're getting close to Turkey and Gravy Day. And the holidays are tricky. I look forward to them, I guess. But I don't look forward to them until I'm upon that day. The buildup is rough. The preparation is even rougher. The stress and the crazy, the panic that it causes people. Mostly the stress. The all-nighters of cooking. I don't like that. But, you know, it's what we have to do. And then people come over and we eat and it's over. It's done in like 20 minutes. But it's hours, days, weeks, months of preparation. We start preparing in July. I don't know. That's not true. It's funny, though. But I'm okay with it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, now I'm getting hungry. Taters and gravy. I do have tater tots in my fridge. Almost made them yesterday, but I ordered pizza instead. We have leftover pizza with jalapenos on it. Sweet. Maybe it's jalapenos keeping me awake. I don't know. And then I wake up. I'm like, oh man, I gotta wake up and do this. Then I wake up, and then I think, okay, I'll have some coffee, I'll go do my show, and then I'll go back to bed. And right now, I switched. The vampire is sleeping now. So I'm awake now. See, that's how it happens. See, it takes about 20 minutes in the morning to wake up. You're walking like that guy did in that Shaun of the Dead movie, where he's walking around his apartment going, walking around in pain. And then once you get rid of that, move around a little bit, stretch, do some Hulk Hogan posing, stretch, and tying shoes helps because it makes you move. Remember, the furthest thing away is the floor. So once you tie your shoes, move around a little bit, the vampire slowly creeps back in bed. He goes to bed. These vampires don't like sunlight. I think that's why I function more better when I'm an all-nighter guy. The vampire and me are one. We embrace each other. There's a mutual benefit. But as I was saying, I was saying I'll just go back to bed after this, but I'm not going to, because now all the stuff that was in my mind keeping me awake, I'm going to accomplish it today. It's true. Steve Chino says, I hope periwinkle kryptonite is mentioned on your Wikipedia page. Oh, maybe. You know who's I found out who wrote the Wikipedia page for the kryptonite was my good friend Mark Waid. Because he introduced, I think, was silver. I think he created silver kryptonite. And then what happened was somebody was writing the Wikipedia page, and Mark Waid kept correcting them, because that's what he does. He gets mad. He gets mad at the internet. He gets himself in trouble. He yells at people. You don't want to get him angry. He doesn't turn green, though. He turns oranger, because he has orange hair. He gets oranger, he gets a nice shade of red, maybe a pinkish hue, and then he yells at the guy who was doing the Wikipedia, and the Wikipedia guy says, well, then you do it. Henceforth, Mark Waid's in charge of the Wikipedia kryptonite page. I don't know if he's in charge of other Superman pages, but I know he does that page. So I told him to add periwinkle, and he just rubbed his head and said, oh, what did you do now? So I created periwinkle, make Superman temporarily fabulous. Then he goes, So I told him all about it. So I don't know if it's up there or not. We shall see. But hopefully, because I am part of Superman lore and mythology, I contributed to the history of that great man. I bet Melania marries him next. That's what's going to happen. Craig is here. Hopefully good family time. Yeah, Thanksgiving will be great. It'll be fun. But it's a lot of prep. But the good thing about Thanksgiving that I look forward to every year is I help my wife a little bit. Probably about 2% is me. But she does it all. But I just help her whatever she needs. I reach things, I go get things, I go buy things, and she does all the rest. She cooks. But the one thing I like to do every year is I wear my Pollos Hermanos apron. And last year she was wearing it, and it's hot. So that's one thing. We break that out every year. Pollos Hermanos apron from Breaking Bad. And that's cool. That became our Thanksgiving apron tradition. Andrew says, what is the best pizza place? Chicago's best pizza place? That is a question, sir, that's going to get you in trouble. The word best is too specific. You have to do what is your favorite, because people discussing pizza will lead to punch throwing, or people will egg your house, or people will take your child. I don't want any of that to happen. So Giordano's is good. Giordano's is what usually out-of-towners who come to Chicago, they go to Giordano's for a great example of Chicago-style pizza. But there's lots more. Giordano's good. I like Lou Malnati pizza. I like Gino's East Pizza. Of course, those are the hip, trendy places. But there's lots of places I've heard of, like Pequod's. I've never been to Pequod's, but I heard that was really good. But there's lots of local places in Chicago, neighborhood pizza places that are excellent. Like Falco's restaurant's really good. There's, man, I can't remember the one I used to order from all the time. My old neighborhood. It also starts with an F. It's like Fragosi's or something like that. But there's lots of pizza places in Chicago. and it's hard to name the best. And I know we could do a 3-hour live stream about best pizza, and people argue and say you're dumb. You're dumb, Baltazar. You don't know your pizza. And then that's all. It's like Chicago hot dog versus New York hot dog. Both sides are right. They get mad at each other. Then you end up hating each other. And then you say, I'm going to hate you because you disagree. And people unfollow each other. They defriend each other. Defriend and unfriend. Unfriend. That sounds like that's a weird word for me. They defriend you. They friend you. Inform you and friend you. But they do all that stuff. And then people cause arguments. So, try them all. Try all the pizza in Chicago. Every slice you will have in Chicago is probably a good slice. Sweet for Artie. Thanks, Eric. Eddie says, any advice for how to survive the most inauspicious day of Friday the 13th? Be yourself. Don't do anything. Don't risk. Do what's normal. And it's weird because both my kids' birthdays are on 13s. So eventually, their birthday will end up on Friday the 13th. And it has. I think my daughter was born on Friday the 13th. And it was Friday the 13th, and there was a full moon, and there was a werewolf loose in the hospital. So that was all happening. And when she was born, I brought my wife to the hospital at 4 o'clock in the morning. My daughter was born at 4:11. I'm not lying. So I dropped her off the door. The guys picked her up, and she was in pain and all that, doing the mom, I'm about to give birth. And the guys were like, you'll be fine. All women do this. It's going to be another 4 hours. They were wrong. And they took her real quick. And I went to park the car. And then as I'm coming back, the only way I found her, I was following the trail of clothes. Clothes, socks, whatever I could find. And when I gather all the clothes, I would just listen. And I hear yelling, yeah! And I said, oh, there she is. So it was so chaotic that my daughter was born in 11 minutes. We got to the hospital 11 minutes later. There was no labor. There was no 4 hours of labor. I think she went through all that at home. Because I remember going to bed late, and she was awake. And she said to me, I think the baby's coming. I said, well, let's go. She said, no, I want to wait. I was like, no, we're not waiting. We're going to the hospital. So we got there 11 minutes later. Boom. Little Audrey, her little face and her feet and stuff. A little fuzzy head. And now she has a vampire just like me. Sweet. For daddy's girls. All right. I got personal there for a moment. That was all because of Friday the 13th. So Friday the 13th so far is good luck for me. Turkey and green chili. Ooh. I don't know that one. Maybe that'll help me sleep. It'll give you some weird dreams too. No Macy's parade this year. We're going to watch old Onia from previous, old ones from previous decades on YouTube. Yeah, you can do that. I'll probably watch Mandalorian again. Andrew Clark says, you should make a Chicken Brothers comic. Ooh, Gustavo Fring. And Tree says, every neighborhood has its good place. We love Giordano's. I like Lou's. I don't like Lou's. You don't like Lou Malnati's. I know a lot of people fight me over Lou's, but you got to get Lou's. If you go to the restaurant and get it, it'll be good. It's better than takeout. Because takeout it settles and it turns into like a solid cake. And when you open it or cut it, it doesn't spill out. You want that spillage. But yeah, Giordano's is really good. Lou's is good. Every neighborhood has it, yeah. But out here is Rosati's is where I live. That's where everyone gets it. And I'm not a big fan of it. It's okay. But it tastes like kid's birthday party pizza to me. It's okay. You got to customize it. But I don't know what it is about it. It's all right. But I love V&V is in Bartlett. I like that. That's one of my favorites in the area. But I have to experiment because Suburban Pizza always says, we have the best pizza, and then you try it and it's not good. It feels like you're at a roller rink or a bowling alley, and it's just not good. But I do like the Village Inn in Skokie. The Village Inn pizza in Skokie is really tasty. And that's a pizza where you bring people, and they might say, this is not the best in Chicago, but it is very good pizza. Sweet. Tree says, Phil's. I heard of this Phil's on 35th Street, South Side, over by the thing, by 35th. I heard about that. I've yet to try it, but I will. One day, my life will take me there. My life and my wife. Martin Starr says, Art, you like the thin pub or deep dish more? I like the thin. You know, in Chicago, people order the thin crust. And the deep dish is more like when people come out of town, they like, hey, take me to get deep dish. Deep dish is famous in Chicago, but it's not usually the local cuisine. It is something that you celebrate when you have a party or when people are out of towners come or you want to impress your friends. But normally, thin crust is what I like. They call it now tavern pizza. Yeah, pub pizza, tavern. I never knew that until this year because the internet, there was a post that says best tavern pizzas in Chicago. And those are the ones that make me go, those look good. Sweet. Now I'm getting hungry, guys. I know that we can keep this live stream going by talking about not sleeping, about drugs, about coffee, about food, about sexual things. We're not going to do that. We already talked about Melania for a little while. Well, let's see. Mike Capobasso Skoke is here, famous cartoonist. What is your favorite Beatles song? Something in the way she moves. That's a hard one to beat. Tracks me like no other. Yeah, that's a good one. That's the one. That'll get me going. That'll get me all mushy. That'll get me all teary-eyed. Tree says, the lose by me is carry out only. Yes. If you eat at a Lou Malnati's, it will change your life. The carry out, something happens to the pizza, it solidifies. I don't know what it does, but the fresh one, man, and you get the whole sausage patty on the whole thing. And you get butter crust. There's a certain way, butter crust and sausage patty, and you will not be disappointed. We have to go to the restaurant and eat it. That will be the best way. That's how I guarantee it for you. That's what I recommend. I mean, I could guarantee it, but I don't work at Lou's. Artie Malnati, Baltazar Malnati. Now is the time on Famous Cartoonist Does Things where we draw. Hello, welcome back to the show. I had to take that 34-second break, and I'm glad you guys stuck around. The 34-second intro break. And you can see I'm working on this piece for my fans, for my fans who write to me, the fan letters. It's a piece that I'm working on. It has all my guys. And they're all in one place, all at one time. And they span, I tell you. They span through the history of my career with Gorilla and Itty Bitty Hellboy and Tiny Titans and Archie comics and Patrick the Wolf Boy and Gilbert and the Bat Cow and Action Cat and Adventure Bug. So all these characters are on this poster for the one-time event, the one historical moment. And this poster is available for, I'm going to give it to all the kids, whoever wrote to me over the years. So I've been getting fan letters. I've been getting fan letters all my comic book career. And at first I was doing pretty good answering them. But then I was getting too many. I was getting boxes of fan mail from DC Comics every 6 months or so. There's about 100 letters sometimes in those things. Sometimes there could have been like 12 letters. Then other times there'd be like 100. So they were starting to send them to me more often. And I just lost track. I couldn't answer all the emails or all of the letters and photos and kids' drawings and things. So what I'm going to do for these kids is I'm going to make this print. I'm making a little poster print. It's going to be it's a mini poster print of all of these guys. And I'm going to send each one of these kids one of these mini prints. And it'll be really cool. I think they'll dig it. I think it's something that they deserve. And I'm looking forward to it. Because it's a way to say thank you for your support. Thank you for being a fan all these years. And welcome to the IA universe. Because a lot of times when I get drawings from these kids, they have all my characters mixed in there together. So kids don't really understand the difference between Marvel or DC or Dark Horse or Image and all these companies. They just see all the stuff that I make. And they put it all in one universe. So I get pictures of Action Cat with Crypto and Hellboy with Robin. Henceforth, I'm going to do this for them. For the kids, I tell you. For the children. But they're probably a lot grown up now because I'm taking so long to get this to them. The kids are like, what took you so long, Baltazar? I wrote to you in 1998. I know. It's taking a little while. But I think they'll get it. I think it'll be fun. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. And I saw some of these. I saw some of the Powers or Super Pets comics at our store. They were really cool. I saw the Superman one and I saw the Wonder Woman one. But I know we had the other ones. But those are the two I saw. And I was very impressed with the way they looked. Very impressed, I tell you. I was happy to see them. But you made them, Baltazar. You already know what they look like. Yes, but it's really different seeing them in print, like the print copy. It's cool seeing what they did with the words and the layout and stuff. It's kind of fun. Yeah. Here he is, Crypto. Crypto, the super dog. He's a super dog. What up, dog? Nothing, just being super. Again? You do that every day, Crypto. Crypto says, I gotta be me. But he says all that while barking. You know, rough, rough, bark, bark. I gotta be me. Just hanging out with Superman. That's it. Now he's hanging out with Action Cat. It's like I'm hanging out with some cool cats. Hanging out with people I don't normally get to hang out with. For this one-time event. It's one-time event that is famous cartoonist poster for fans. Here he is. I'm gonna have to take these glasses off because it's distorting. It was distorting my vision slightly. There, I am much more comfortable now. I do have comfort once again. I'm gonna have his tail here. Let's see. I'm gonna go like that. Look at that. Do like that so I can still keep that cape in there. There he is. Crypto, the super doll. I'm gonna work on his grimace right here. Grimace is just scribbled in there. Hinted that I want to put him in there. So I'm gonna draw him a little bit more. I'm gonna draw him in there a little more for you. Draw him more for you. There you go. Grimace is a supernatural demon who was conjured up from a bowl, a piping hot cauldron of hot peppers. He needs to call upon his power so he could save the world, save the planet against utter destruction. Utter destruction. Nothing to do with the fat cow. The utter destruction. There he is. That's what he's going to look like. He's leaping. The utter destruction is utterly ridiculous. Stop it, Balthazar. You're not funny. That's what my neighbor kid said when I did Squatch calls out the window. I went, it's not funny. Which was kind of funny. He didn't think so, though, but I did. I would do this again. I will Squatch call again one day. The key to Squatch calling is you have to be spontaneous. People can't know when it's coming. Because if they know when it's coming, it's not really funny. It's a thing that it's only funny if someone hears you do it. When the kids hear me, they're like, Dad. Look at that. That's Grimace. That's his face. Grimace's face. I don't know if I like the arms like that. Let's see. I'm going to add him somewhere here. Like that, yeah. Because he looks too... looks a little bit menacing. He's supposed to be. But I've heard from kids that Grimace Island was their favorite comic. So that's cool to hear that. And I get a lot of questions about Grimace. Kids ask me stuff. What they like about it is coloring. Because Grimace has this nice yellow background palette, if you will. It's like a palette. Kids always ask, What made you choose that palette choice, Mr. Balthazar? And I always say, I wanted you to feel like you were in Grimace's world. This world is unlike ours. Grimace is in the same world as Cora. They live on the same island. So, it's possible. I'm playing with the idea right now that the island of Orange Turtles is also the island where Grimace lives. I'm going to see what I think of that. But that's what I'm toying with right now. Toying with that. I think that might be pretty cool to connect my two comic book universes. Well, they're all connected. Let's see what he looks like. Let me eliminate the lines. Oh yeah, that's him. That is Grimace. He's leaping with danger. He seems very dangerous. Dangerous. It's a Michael Jackson song too. Dangerous. But one lesser known. I remember when the Michael Jackson song, one of his new albums came out, and he was upset that it was not #1. And I have these songs. I have a lot of Michael Jackson things, a lot of his albums. And I remember buying that because it's Michael Jackson, and I liked it. I like Michael Jackson. And when I bought it and listened to it, and I still hear it and listen to it, and that song Dangerous is on there, and he was upset that his album was not #1, that it was a conspiracy, if you will, the things people were out to get him. He's like, the album should be #1, but it's not. And upon hearing the album, of course, now I'm familiar with it, used to it, and I know the songs. I would agree that the album does not deserve to be #1. It's not as good as his other ones, and for him to be upset that it wasn't #1 is kind of weird because it's not good. Like, it's good, but compared to his other stuff, there's some catchy songs on there. But what I admire about the album is he did something that he wanted to do, and it doesn't suck. It's pretty good, but it's not as catchy and mainstream and what do you call it, top 40 pop as the other ones were. And it feels a little bit like Michael Jackson playing Michael Jackson, if that makes sense. I think it does. Of course it does. So don't be upset, Michael. Well, he's not anymore. But don't be upset that you couldn't have a #1 hit every time. Just be grateful that you're making music. Okay? I remember that. He's tried to sue Sony. But don't sue anybody, man. Just make another one. Stop crying, stop fighting. Make some more music. But now he can't. He was shadowed, surrounded by controversy. Did he? Didn't he? I think he did. I think he did. But I still hear his music. It's kind of like everything, like baseball player does something weird to his wife, but he still hits 50 home runs, and you're like, I like that guy. It doesn't change the fact that your team just won the game because of this guy. When he does at home is up to him. I don't know. I don't mean to. Yeah, I don't mean to preach. That dot right there is going to cause problems, so I erased it. Look at that. The back cow is now on the poster. There's the back cow's leg. The other leg. It looks weird. I'm going to move it, shift it around a bit. I'm going to move it like right here, right there. I'm going to eliminate this. There you go. See, all of these choices and decisions cartoonists have to make on a daily basis. You don't realize how important they are until it's time to make them. I don't know why I put those lines there. It's all right, I'm keeping it. Now, going in for the crybaby. Saving it. I realized that every time, this is the portion of the show where the viewers leave. That's okay, though. Some people like the drawing part. I've been watching other streams lately, other cartoonist streams, which are kind of cool because when I watch other cartoonist streams now, they also play music. And it's just cool to have music in the background. I watched a cartoonist stream yesterday. His name is G. Ronnie or Gurani. And it was really fun. He's really cool cartoonist. And he has a cartoon called Papa Sailor. Like Popeye the Sailor, but it's not Popeye, it's Papa Sailor. And I thought that was really fun. I like his comics. And he's on Facebook. So if you're around and you want to watch more talking, cartoonist talking, he's pretty cool. Grani. G. Ronnie. Ronnie, like hyphenated. Not hyphenated. What do you call it? Apostrophe. Ronnie. Crybaby. I haven't drawn this guy in years. So he looks a little different than normal. I gotta draw his feet. I'm gonna have him leaping. He's gonna be leaping. He wants to be seen and heard. This is my very first comic book character that I published. Not the first that I've created, but the first that I've ever, my self-published comic. Back in 1992 is when I started drawing it. I think it finally hit the stores in December of '94. It took a little while to get it going. I had to figure it all out. Back then, publishing, I didn't know how to do it. So I had to figure it out. There was these things called phone books that I had to look up numbers with. I had to look up phone numbers. I didn't know how to do all this stuff. So I had to figure it out. And that was the difficult part about self-publishing. Like, okay, you want to draw comics. And people say, well, go do it. I'm like, well, how? How do I do it? So I had to figure all that out. And that's why it took about 2 years for me to finally get my comic book from drawing it to the newsstands, to the comic book shops. That's pretty good. And Crybabies went on to be like an 8-issue series. And right now on Comixology Digital, there are the first, I think, 10. There's 10 issues of Crybabies on Comixology, which is kind of fun. He's got eyebrows. Remember that. I should bring the Crybabies into Gilbert. Nah, I'll do it. Maybe just bring Crybabies back. I have more stories, like what happens next. There he is. He looks a little different than what I used to draw him as. What I used to draw him like. People are like, hey, Balthazar, that doesn't look like the Crybaby. Why is he a baby? He doesn't look like an infant. That's a good call. Crybaby is more like how Elvis would say, hey, baby. What's happening, mama? Hey, Crybaby. That's what it's like. So he's not an infant, meaning he's an infant Crybaby. Infant baby. It's more like, what's happening, mama? Hey, baby. Like Johnny Bravo. Oh, mama. Even before Johnny Bravo. Before Johnny Bravo, there was Crybabies. It's true. Wouldn't lie to you guys. Unintentionally, anyway. Shut up and draw, Balthazar. But it's weird how, like, I know a lot of cartoonists make the mistake of their first comic being epic. And that's what I fell into with Crybabies. I should have made 1 or 2. But I'm okay. It was okay being epic because I wasn't really drawing anything else. But the thing about it is you have to come up with an ending. Make sure the epic ending has an epic, or the epic story is an epic ending. And that's what I was struggling to do with the Crybabies, because I was writing myself into plot holes. But I think I got out of it. And the Crybabies is really strange, but it's a story that I had to write because that's how I learned how to make comics. I learned how to make comics from writing Crybabies. I learned it from watching you, Balthazar. That's how I got to draw. It's true. And this is the Cray Stick of Joy. This is the stick the Crybaby's looking for throughout this whole story. Because he got hurt at one point. Emotionally, if you will. And he needs the joy, the stick, to bring him happiness. So he can feel fulfilled. It's a little deep, I know. It's a deep story. That sounds personal, Balthazar. It might be a little bit. At the time, I was going through some stuff. Like we all do. We all go through some stuff. The best way I knew how to do it was put it in a comic. It's not a good idea, Balthazar. Yeah, I know. But it was fun. Henceforth, the Crybaby Avengers exist. It is now in Comixology. So all the first comic books I've ever done, every comic book that I've ever produced or published on my own is now available digital. And Gyro Man's the last one. Gyro Man will be the last one to finally make it onto the digital scene. And it's my last book that I didn't have available yet. Because I didn't think Gyro Man number 1, well, actually it's Gyro Man number 0. It's the Gyro Hero number 0. I didn't think it was strong enough by itself. And I always wanted to relaunch Gyro Man some way, somehow. So, henceforth, I made a new one. Gyro Man number 1. I'm going to upload it real soon. It should be available probably in seems like it takes about a month or so to get things going. But then once it's uploaded, it will be available for purchase for 99 cents, and you get like 25 pages. Because you get the original Gyro Man number 0, and you get the new one, Gyro Man number 1, which will be the new comic. Crybaby looks good, but I think his eyes are too small. Too small? Those are large eyes, Balthazar. Yeah. When you look at the Crybaby book, let me see what they look like. First, I'm going to save it. Yeah, look at that. It already looks better. So Gyro Man number 1 will be cool because it's a celebration of the relaunch of Gyro Man and bringing Gyro Man into the world of all your comics. And where's he been this whole time? He was gone for a little while. And I'm going to make it where he comes back to all your comics into this world. But as the series goes on, you're going to find out where he's been. And the next episode I have is where he gets a guide. And his little chickpea friend, the chickpea, is his guide. He doesn't have scratches on him, I think. This guy took a long... Oh, he has I forgot he has a scar on his eye. That's right. That's him. See, look at how much more epic he looks. He has a story now. You can see his struggles. He has a beat up eye. He has some scruff on him. He has a tattered cape. He has a cray stick of joy. We're like, what is that, Balthazar? What is that cray stick of joy you speak of? But Gyro Man's going to be fun. And it's the first issue to launch a series. And eventually, when I get 4 10-page stories finished, I'm going to print it, and it will be at some point when these comic conventions start. Or, we don't have to wait for the convention. I'm going to have all these comic books on my website. So we will not have to wait for comic book conventions to start. We're going to do it now. We're going to do it on our own. We will persevere. I don't need to wait for no stinking. I mean, I don't have to wait for anybody. Do it ourselves. Because all the news that's been happening lately is very discouraging. We have to do it. We have to do it ourselves. So I'm making comics, and the books I'm printing, or the books I'm printing now, are going to be only available through me, only available through my website, or if you see me in person, or an appearance and stuff like that, or at our stores. So we have Aya comic shops, which are kind of awesome. And so Aya Comics number 13, 14, and I forgot we have Aya Comics number 0. I'm going to print that one too. I discovered that last night when I was working on Giromed. We have Aya Comics 0 I can still print. So we're going to do that as well. So there's a bunch of new books coming from Aya Comics and Electric Milk Creations. There's Ace. Swig. Saving a swig. Let's see. I'm going to define him a little bit more here. Look at that. Hey, he looks cool. This is going to be a really cool poster for the kids, man. Looking forward to it. I'll make this hand look like a paw. How about that? Oh, yeah, man. There he is. Ace. The Bat Hound. Not Base, the Bat Dog. The Bat Hound. It sounds better, right? Batman's dog. The Adventures of Batman's Dog. The vampire is here, my friends. It's alive and well. He's back. He's like, I'm here for you, Balthazar. You won't get away from me this time. I'm not trying to get away. I'm trying to defeat you. There's a difference. Not afraid of the vampire. Just want him to go away. He will only go away if you allow him to. Bum bum. Ace the Bat Hound. All right, it's looking good, looking good. Fill it in. Gonna fill it in, baby. Gonna fill it in, baby. You also get singing on the Famous Cartoonist Draws Things. Famous Cartoonist sings about stuff too. But only clips. You don't get a lot of song. But you get a lot of music. The music you're listening to right now, that you hear piping in your eardrums, is songs, music that my guy made, Gordon Baltazar. And it's on SoundCloud. Follow the links. And you can listen for free for hours and hours of pure enjoyment. And also, if you follow the links, I have things for sale. I have t-shirts. I have digital comics. I have the good old-fashioned kind of comics that you can order, and I'll mail them to you on my website. And every piece I make, every little bit of I make on online sales, anything I make online for sales, all the money goes to printing comics. So I'm trying to raise money to print some comics. I'm doing pretty well. I have enough to print at least 2 books right now, about 1.5 books, and then me and Franco will pair up on some of the Oh Yeah Comics titles. Oh, wait a minute. I only have these 2 guys. I only have these 2 characters here. Saving it. Saving it and swigging it. Let me see what you guys are saying. I see comments. Deep Rat says, oh, hey, Art, I'm on break between classes. How's everything going? How's everybody doing? Good, man. Good to see you, Deep Brad. Welcome to the show. I love the drawing part. Oh, yeah, man. Deep Brad says, I learned so much about making comics from Famous Cartoonist Draws Things. Oh, thanks, man. I like drawing things. Plus, when I draw things here on the show, I get things done. It's kind of cool. Today is Friday 13th, and it's my birthday. Whoa. Both of my kids are born on the 13th of different months. And they already had Friday 13th as their birthday. So that's cool. Swig for Friday 13th. D. Brad says, I have to go back to class. Thanks. And it reveals things today. Maybe. I got to see, man. I always like to do reveals things in the afternoon. But it seems like after I finish the show, my day gets hurried and harried. But we'll see. Synchron Shadow Advance. Oh, yeah, Synchron Shadow Advance. Hey, Art, who's that cute curly-haired guy who works at the Skokie Oh Yeah store? Oh, the cute curly-haired guy. Well, there's 2 guys. There's 2 guys who work there. There's number 1 and there's Ewan. So they're both handsome. I'm not sure which one you mean. Or if you're serious, yeah, give the store a call and ask, who is this? Is this that cute curly-haired guy? And they'll probably tell you yes. It's possible. But I'm sure that it's a nice compliment. I think I'm good. I think I'm going to save these two guys. I'm going to save these two guys for another time, so I can finish this. Maybe because I got to color them all still. We're going to put Ace up there on the screen. There he is, nice and clean. Look at him. He's ready. Oh, yeah! Now is the time where famous cartoonist draws things, where we go back to saying things. Hello, welcome back to the show. Now, I'm drawing things, or saying things once again. My handkerchief has spun around. They don't stay in place. And I can feel it crawling on my neck. I'm so glad that you are here with me today. Thank you for joining the show. Let's see, Andrew Clark has a question. Painting Saturday? If so, what am I painting? Yes, my plan is to paint tomorrow. Paint about 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to be painting a Beast Boy and Raven piece, which is a commission. So far, everything I painted on the weekends have been commissions. People who want paintings done, and I paint them live. So that'll be real cool. I'm looking forward to doing that, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to paint them Tiny Titan style. So that's the only way I know how to draw. Sweet for Tiny Titans. My coffee is now Luke Skywalker warm. It's beyond Luke Skywalker. It's outside of the Tauntaun. Cool. Because if it's cold outside, can you still say it's more like lukewarm, room temperature warm? It's cold. At what point does the room go from warm to cold? Like, what's that magic degree that changes it? I got this. But I know that my coffee is there. It's no longer warm. It's Luke Skywalker warm. There's another swig. And you know what? I rarely finish a cup of coffee on the air. But there's like one more swallow, one more drink in here. And hopefully it won't keep me awake tonight. Well, thank you for joining today's show. I really like doing this, and I really like seeing everybody chime in, and I like drawing. And I need to get some food. I'm hungry now, but I also want to watch The Mandalorian. before I go on the internet. And it looks like I have lots of messages right now. I got a messages from a guy who was in a business and that we're trying to do something together. So hopefully I got some good news. Whenever I get some good news, I will be able to share it later. I also did some variant covers for a company of a character that I want to share later. Can't share it right now at this time, but that'll be real fun. So whenever I have some news to share, I will show you guys, and I will do this again. This show happens Monday through Friday around noonish, sometimes noon 15, but normally around noonish, and we will make it happen, man. We will make it happen. Remember to get through your day. To get through your day, there's 3 things you should remember. 3 rules to follow. No fighting. No crying. Be nice to each other. Wake up and do things that make you happy. Today, drawing made me happy. Talking to you guys made me happy. We will do this again on Monday. And I will paint tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Right here where you're watching me. You guys are awesome. I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.